It's Thursday, June 4th, and it is 9:45 a.m. Just checked things and kind of chuckled when I saw this. This is how I left it last time, with the two blue pegs together. Well, apparently that wasn't right, so they took one out. Now it's balanced. I'm surprised they left the red one though. Oh, and I turned this that way. I moved it and I must have put it upside down. But anyways, that's funny. Must have been that one right there. Alright. It's Friday, June 5th, 8:05 a.m. Okay, so this morning, well, before I get into that, I'll tell you what happened. Last night, I set up a new game. I put that game board out, and I separated marbles into colors: blue, green, yellow, orange, and then I put some multiple colors. Put black, white, and I had one pink one, so I put it over there with the black and white. See, there's no black and white, and there's pink. I just wanted to put one that was kind of, different, to see what they would do. Anyways, I put one yellow one on the yellow triangle in hopes that they would reciprocate with maybe putting a blue one on the blue, an orange one on the orange, something like that. So, this morning when I get up and I look over here, I see that the yellow marble's gone, so yay! Wonder what they did with it. They didn't do what I thought they'd do, but let's see what they did with the yellow marble. Oh, nope, didn't put it back in the yellow, but they put it in the green. What's that mean? Well, did they make a mistake? I can't believe that they couldn't tell the difference between yellow and green. I just, from past experience, I can't believe that they wouldn't know that. I guess it's possible, and it could be a different Bigfoot. But anyways, that's what they did with it. So, they hardly ever do what you think they're going to do. Which I'd hope they'd put one on the other triangles. So I guess we'll try again. And I think I'll put this one back, and maybe I'll put a blue one across from it here. Maybe they'll get the idea. Okay. It's Friday, June 5th, 7:24 p.m. I came out here just a little bit ago, and this marble was here. And I just went ahead and put it back because I thought anything could have made it go one over like that. But I thought I also better record it because who knows, they may have come up and moved it. But I just wanted to make a record of it, and we'll see what else happens. Sunday, June 7th, 9:41 a.m. Okay, last night I moved Mom's dog in. You'll probably remember that I've been keeping her over there, separated from the group, but the reason I did that was in case they wanted to put her back, like if she wasn't actually dead, like we've come to the conclusion that she probably is. I wanted to give them the opportunity to put her back with the group. Well, I feel like maybe I should start moving her away and maybe bringing her in, because all indications are that she is dead. So anyways, I put her over here last night, and I put the rock down beside her, and I always place the rock, like, this is how they originally put the rock, kind of long ways by her head. So that's how I put it last night. I always put it long ways. I think I even remember trying to put it more close, like they have it here, like they originally had it. So I know I put it long ways, and now it's moved, and it's more sideways. So I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they just picked it up and put it back down, or if they want it this way or what. But I guess I'll leave it there for a little bit more and see what happens since they messed with it. It's Wednesday, June 10th, 8:31 a.m. Okay, last night I got up at about 1 o'clock to go to the restroom, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to walk outside and check things real quick. And when I did, I saw a great big raccoon right there. And the porch was a wreck. Now, this happened after I went to bed. I cleaned up and went back to bed. But whenever I first came out and saw the raccoon, everything up here was knocked off. All the marbles were on the ground or in there. The Papa Daddy Bigfoot doll was moved. These two were down here. The rest of them weren't really moved, or my dolls. From what I remember, these weren't really moved. And the container that holds them was still sitting here, but one red one was on the ground. Those were in this bucket, which was sitting there. It wasn't moved. I had a green ball in the egg, the green egg, and it was open and the ball was chewed up. Those were still sitting up there, not moved at all. Oh, like the first thing I saw was over here. I moved Mama here and with the rock, and it seemed like they moved the rock the other day. Well, the rock, I couldn't find it, and then I went and got my flashlight, and it was down there in the mulch. So I put it back. Let's see what else. See, the yellow egg was open. It was laying over here. I couldn't find this, which was in it. So when I cleaned up, I threw it back on the porch, and that's where I left the eggs, the plastic eggs. Now this morning, the egg is chewed up severely. That magnet, I didn't think about it last night, but it's there, and it was up here. Okay, Jim's here. I wanted him to look at this before I make any conclusions. Okay, I just talked to Jim, and he looked at everything, and he doesn't know either what to make of it for sure. He agrees that some of it doesn't make sense for a raccoon to do. I know they can be very messy, but, and I saw it. There was a raccoon there. However, that doesn't mean that the raccoon did everything twice in one night. Maybe it had already been done and it walked up on it and was just looking around. Now the things that don't make sense to me are this. This rock was on the ground, but this wasn't moved. And it was laying about like this. Okay, so why would a raccoon knock this off and not touch that? That doesn't make sense to me. Another thing, okay, let's talk about the first situation. That was in the first situation. Another thing that doesn't make any sense to me is that the red peg was on the ground, but the rest of them were sitting here in the cup. These weren't touched. These were on the ground. Don't believe this was touched. Those were in there. And those were stacked up weird, but they were sitting there untouched. So let's say a raccoon did get up here. I suppose it could have reached up and done stuff, but if it was crawling around, why wasn't it all knocked off? I guess is what I'm saying, but I don't know. Alright, I think. Another thing that was kind of odd was last night, this was moved out a little bit and these were on the ground. I suppose they could have been knocked off by the raccoon. Anything else? Let me think. From last night. I know that this was laying down in there. Everything was knocked off. Okay, now round two. Okay, this wasn't touched. First thing, this was touched. Okay, when I went to bed, I put a blue marble here and a yellow one here. Wait a minute. I think I put it the way it was before with yellow there and blue there. It's possible that it's been turned. But let's say it wasn't, and I put it back that way last night. Okay, the yellow one managed to roll uphill. See that? Into the green. Another thing that doesn't make sense is that I had a flashlight and I checked to see that I was putting the colors in the proper container. Well, now there's a blue one in the green and a yellow one in the orange. There's a yellow one laying by Daddy's feet. Okay, the other blue ones are knocked on the ground, and the yellow. That's in there. That one's down there. Okay, so that doesn't make sense to me, the colors being mixed up. It's possible that I didn't get them in the right container, but I had a flashlight and was checking and being pretty careful. So that would have meant that I messed up not only once, but twice. Okay, another thing that doesn't make sense to me is I put all the dolls back. Annabelle was here. The cat was standing up. Everything was laying flat, like you usually keep it. The Annabelle doll is now here. Now, did a raccoon move that over there? I suppose it's possible. The littlest Bigfoot doll is now laying on my doll. Did a raccoon do that? Possibly. But it seems kind of weird. The two that are messed up are Annabelle, who was here on Monday. This is Wednesday. This all happened Tuesday night. Annabelle was here Monday with her dad. And then it's the little guy. Now, if I hadn't seen the raccoon, I would have thought Messy Mike was here. because this has happened before. Now maybe Bessie Mike was always the raccoon. I don't know. But there's been things happen that made us think it was a Bigfoot and not a raccoon. Like when the Bigfoot dolls that I had that were rubber-ish stuff and had the little balls inside that were lights, they were just destroyed one day. And the balls were taken out of them. Like, why would a raccoon do that? Maybe they would. I don't know. But anyhow, I think that's all the things that don't make sense to me. And would a raccoon come back and do it again? I don't know. I don't know that much about raccoons. The eggs made its way back from on the porch to over here. Now see this being all chewed up? Looks like a raccoon would do that. So I'm so confused. So anyways, that's what happened. I don't know what to make of it for sure. Jim doesn't, but there's things that don't make sense for it being a raccoon. There's also things that don't make sense for it being a Bigfoot, like that chewed up, but maybe a baby would chew it. I don't know. And if it was a little one that was up here, is that why that's like that? So I don't know. Anyways, I'm just telling you what happened. And I'm going to clean it back up now. And we're going to get a live trap and catch the coon. So, good riddance, guy. Okay, as I'm cleaning up, here's another thing that doesn't make sense. There were marbles on the ground on the porch. I was picking them up. There's a blue or a green one and a yellow one. Now, how did a green one and a yellow one get out? Well, the yellow one was spilled out. But how did a green one get out? There's the bowl for it. And the yellow one was knocked off, which was probably sitting here, and there's a yellow marble clear over there. Okay, I've put everything back, and one more development is that when I put these out here originally, I counted them all. There were 5 black, 5 white, 1 pink, and there were 10 each of the rest of them. Now I took 1 blue and 1 yellow one to put over here. There are 10 green, 10 orange, and these are all here. But they're, including these ones, being taken out. Just 1 blue one and 1 yellow one missing. So I find that odd, too. And I looked about as good as a person can look to find them. I was on my knees, checking. I looked all through the hostas. I looked all through here really, really good. I even felt around. And I don't see them. So, if it was a Bigfoot, maybe they'll bring it back. The blue and the yellow marble. But there have been times that they haven't, so I don't know. And maybe raccoon swallowed them. Who knows? Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, yep. I gotta clean up the eggs, so I'm gonna throw them away. And I gotta tell you, the rest of that ball, that's what's left of it. There was more of it last night after the first incident. That's what's left of it, and I don't see any of that anywhere either. Maybe the raccoon ate it. Okay. Okay, so I want to leave it like this for now. You have to put more weight towards it being a raccoon, because I saw a raccoon with my eyes. Eyes don't lie, you know. So at this point I'm about 60 that it was a raccoon and 40 that it was a Bigfoot, because of the stuff not making sense. Or maybe 70-30. But we'll see if any more developments happen that will maybe clear it up. That's why I keep good records, because it helps you sort things out. Like making sure I counted 10 marbles each. And making sure I knew, you know, how things were arranged and everything. So, okie dokie. Oh, I'm going to put this over here. I think I'll separate it. I'll put it beside those. Okay, and there are 3 red, 4 blue, 2 in there, and 1 each in there. Okay. Okay, so it is, gotta get used to this new phone, Tuesday, June 16th, 11:21 a.m. And yes, I love my new phone. That's not doing this justice, but that picture. Anyways, more confusing stuff happening on the back porch. Okay, where do I begin? See, I was up till about 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And I usually like to come out and just check things real quick before I go to bed. And I did, and absolutely nothing was moved or changed. Okay, we'll come back to this in a minute. So, we set a live trap, and so far we've caught 3, including the one last night. The one last night was over here. See where that dirt is? The cage was sitting there. And I came out this door to check it, and I could see something, looked like maybe there was something in there, but it was too dark to tell. So I came out the front and got my flashlight and came out, and yes, there was a raccoon in the trap. That was at 1 o'clock in the morning, right after I had checked everything out here. And nothing had been disturbed. So it could not have been that raccoon that was in that trap that did this. So it was either another raccoon came after 1 o'clock in the morning and did this, or it was a Bigfoot. And I'm thinking it would have been another, like a juvenile. So, first thing you notice is my doll is on the porch. Just my doll. Actually, there's nothing else on the porch floor. And when you look up here where my doll was, right here, the little guy's moved again. It was moved, and this one's moved a little. That's knocked over. Nothing else was knocked off. This is pretty much the same. I do see dirt up here. Could have been from a raccoon. That kind of looks like it might be a raccoon. But this also could be old. I don't know if this is from when the one was out here before. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Anyways, these were lined up like this. So this one was moved. This was on here like this. This is moved a little bit. This is moved over. Nothing spilled out, but there's dirty, like that was either from a raccoon or a Bigfoot. Now, the thing that made me go, and not understand how this could be a raccoon, besides that weirdness, is that once again, These were messed with, not knocked off at all this time. But one of the yellow marbles is out on the railing without this being spilled. And you can see dirt. Okay, so this was touched, that was touched a little, maybe that a little, and this a little. Okay, but one yellow marble is out. Now how does a raccoon do that, and why would a raccoon do that? I don't know raccoons well. Maybe they would. I'm just so confused as to what's going on. Is this a Bigfoot or is this a raccoon? So, as an update for the blue and yellow marble that are missing, I still haven't found them. And I have been down in here weeding again and looked and stuff. I still haven't seen them anywhere. So either a raccoon swallowed them or a Bigfoot took them. So, you know, I want to report honestly what goes on here, and honestly, right now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't seem real logical that it would be a raccoon taking one yellow marble out repeatedly and putting it. If you remember the last time that there was one yellow marble right here at the feet of this Bigfoot doll. The Annabelle doll was over here, and this guy was laying kind of on top of my doll like that. So, like, would a raccoon do that kind of stuff? And I'm thinking little Bigfoots, especially little juveniles, might have pretty dirty little hands and fingers. So, anyhow, I guess we'll keep on seeing what happens. And like, okay, let's say a raccoon was doing this, which is possible. Why isn't that knocked over? Why are none of them out? And why that one time was just one out and the rest weren't even bothered? So anyhow, like I said, I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh, one more thing I want to show you. Okay, a raccoon did come up on the porch. But this is probably the raccoon that was in the trap. But I had the recorder playing right here all night. And you can see a raccoon walked up to this. So, yeah, the trap was right over there. And that could be the one that was caught, because when I came out last night with the flashlight to go look at it, I couldn't see this because it was too dark. I was just focused on going down there to the trap. Alright. Okay, one more piece of the puzzle that we haven't been able to figure out is that the last two times that we've caught a raccoon in the trap, we put a banana in there as the bait. Each morning when Jim went to go release it, there was absolutely no banana anywhere. No pieces, no peel. It was absolutely gone. So I looked up to see if a raccoon would eat the peel of a banana. And the only one I could find of like a wild raccoon is this. And it shows the raccoon not eating the peel, and it's actually digging out the banana from the inside. Hang on, I'll speed it up for you. So here, watch it. It's taking its paw and putting it down in the banana and pulling it out and not eating the peel. So, like I said before, I don't really know that much about raccoons, but why is there no peel left inside of the trap? Twice. So I guess my question is it a possibility that the Bigfoots are taking the banana out of the trap and putting a raccoon in there in exchange for the banana? That might be a stretch, but, you know, just makes you wonder. Just another piece of the puzzle, like I said. Just don't really understand what's going on for sure. Okay, since the last time I made a video, I straightened all this up. I cleaned it. All the dirt that was everywhere. And so I know I put this back. And now it's moved. So, I don't know. I just got up from a nap. And I'm not sure when that was moved, but it's moved. I don't see anything else. And something weird is when I was waking up, I heard like a weird cat meow. And it was neither of our cats because I asked Jim. But the window I would have heard it at was coming right, the one at the end there. That's our bedroom. So, I don't know. I don't know how that little guy got moved. It wasn't the little one, it was the next size up. Okay, it's June 17th. It's about almost 10 o'clock, but I had chores, errands to run this morning, so I'm late making a video. But I came out here at around 1 o'clock in the morning again to check things, and this was like this. That's tipped over and all the pegs are on the porch. And that's it. There's nothing else disturbed at all. The only, well, there was nothing in the trap. I put an apple in there to rebait it, and there was no animal in it. So I don't know. It wasn't windy, so I know that the wind didn't do this. Okay, I came out to spray that off where the trap's been sitting. So I came over here to get the hose, because I leave it hooked up over there. And look at this plant. Look what's on that plant. This is where it sits. That looks like a hand. A little juvenile handprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there'd be 5 right there. And if you turn the other side, that looks like maybe another, like a palm or... So, I'm not sure about that side, but this side sure does look like a little handprint. So I might, oh, and one thing that's very interesting about that is that I had for 2 nights I had the recorder sitting right here all night. So I'm going to get better pictures of that with my good camera. See if I see anything. It looks a little too muddy to get lots of detail, but that would also explain the very muddy finger messing in the back too, and all that stuff. There is no way that's a raccoon. Smaller than mine, but way bigger than a raccoon, or possum. Nothing spilled out, but there's dirty, like that was either from a raccoon or a Bigfoot. And this is that once again, these were messed with, not knocked off at all this time. But one of the yellow marbles is out on the railing without this being spilled. And you can see dirt. Okay, so this was touched, that was touched a little, maybe that a little, and this a little. Okay. It's Thursday, June 18th, it's 9:39 a.m. Okay, a couple things this morning. That pot is moved again from in the corner over here. And the only thing that is moved on the railing is this magnetic bowl. And it was over a couple inches. I'll show you a picture here. See how it's right up against those blocks. So last night when I put that glass out, I moved things a little bit, and you can see that the magnetic pole is away from the blocks, and now it's not. So that got moved. Now it did rain, but it was not like windy, because absolutely nothing else is moved. These haven't moved any. Those haven't moved any. So I don't know what moved these two things. Saturday, June 20th, 7:32 a.m. Right, so been not much happening and lots of confusing stuff happening. Something happened last night, and it was definitely not a raccoon caused it this time. Okay, that pot sits over here in the corner. Somehow managed to get over the railing, and it's now sitting there. So absolutely nothing else is disturbed. So somehow it got over the railing. Okay, so they seem to be having, like some kind of interest in the pot. And then the one on the front porch, too. With the handprint. So, what the heck is going on? That had to be lifted over the railing or carried around. So that tells me all the times that this was knocked over and there was the mess and everything. It was probably a Bigfoot, not a raccoon. So there you go. I will look around and see if anything else happened. And wow, it's pretty out here this morning. Nothing in the trap. Okay. Just want to add real quick that this is why sometimes I don't know what's going on. It doesn't make sense. But if I give it time, I'll get answers. So that definitely helped, and I'm glad I've given it time. Sunday, June 21st, 7:48 a.m. And they were at it again last night. This is kind of cute. They put it beside the other pot this time. So yeah, I put it back over there in the corner, and they moved it here today. I don't see anything else up around in here that's different. And I haven't looked around yet, so I'll let you know if anything else happened. It's Tuesday, June 23rd, 8:12 a.m. Okay, before it started raining, I walked out and looked. Nothing's different except for the planter is moved over next to the other one again. And I was out here at like, I don't know, it was late, 11 or something like that, to check things. And it wasn't there. So this happened after 11 o'clock last night. So I didn't get to walk all the way around the house because it started raining real hard, but I did get to look in at all the things. There was nothing different, so okay. I've been wondering why they keep moving that there now. And of course, the first times that they did it, it was either knocked over and then it was moved over the railing. But now they're putting it beside that one, so I'm wondering, are they trying to tell me something? Maybe it's just that they're showing me that they see that they're, similar. Or are they telling me they want me to plant something in it? Because that one has something planted in it. So maybe I'll plant something in it and see what happens. I was just looking at this picture, and they even placed it with the handle on the same side and that rust mark going down the same. Like, they did, I wonder if they did that on purpose. Just like they put the 10, oh gosh, what's it called? The 10 pendant there, and then the crock has a 10 on it. Because they seem to do those things a lot. Okay, it's now 8:22, and a little bit ago I potted the plant like I said I was going to do. And I put it over here in this corner. This is how I left them at 6:41. So in less than 2 hours, see, Jim and I were sitting in on the couch, and he said, "Did you hear that thump?" And he thought he heard something thump against the house on this side back here. And so I said, well, I better go out and check things and look. And sure enough, they moved that pot that I just planted back over here. So I just asked them if that's where they want me to leave it. So they were like just up here because they just hit the house, apparently, because Jim heard a thump. He said it sounded like it came from like right back in there. So that's exciting. I also put these things out. I took that comb and that other thing in. But yeah. And they must have picked it up by the handle because I had the handle down. I got to get more dirt because I didn't have enough. Jim's going to get it after work tomorrow, but heck, I don't know. I guess that's where I should leave it. Let's take a walk. We'll see if we can spot anything in the weeds. Okay, here we go. See, they had to just be up here. I see nothing. You couldn't see on the porch. It's disgusting. But anyways, let's look around. Yeah, I just painted that porch last year and it's already peeling. So that's disappointing. I'm just gonna talk and act normal. Hey guys, did you move my plant? You like that planter? I put a plant in it for you. What do you think? You like it? Hey guys, you out here? Hello? It's so exciting because they just did that. Hello? You guys out here? Did you like my flowers? You moved my pot? Hello? You in there? Can you make a sound for me? Hello? I thought it looked really dark right there, but I think it's just the thick brush. You in there? Hello? Maybe I'll come out with the flare later. Okay, I might walk up to the top of the hill and I want to go check over here behind the tank. You in here, guys? Hello? That's mashed down. Definitely mashed down right there. Are you guys in here? Huh? You see that coal right there? I found a couple pieces of coal up there on the sidewalk. I don't know if they threw it up there or what. I think this is one of their hidey holes back here. Hey guys, you in there? I also just noticed, I'm right here, okay, the garage door is right there. And there's the back porch. And I just noticed right along here what looks like could be possibly two, like, handprints. Like if something was running on all fours and had their hand like this. I mean, that's total guesswork, but that would be the right size to go along with the handprint on the planter. So I just showed the grass to Jim, and he thinks that took something heavier than a rabbit to make that. So do I, actually. Let's go up here and look at this again. I'm kind of excited about this because if they've been sneaking up to get in the garage, they probably want to stay right along this. I don't know. I mean, that could be anything really, but that's what it looks like to me. Like if it was on all fours, down like that, however they do their hands. They gotta sneak around somehow, somewhere. Wow, the sky's looking pretty. Okay, I came up to the top of the hill to check for any footprints, and something walked right there. Could have been a deer. Most likely a deer, but I wanted to look since there was probably a Judy down here at the house. Just a couple, within an hour. So, anywho, one interesting thing about this is that the grass is pushed down this way. Like whatever it was came up the hill towards the house. Okay, we came out here to sit on the front porch and just listen. We like to do that. And while I was up on the hill looking for footprints in the grass, Jim said Amy came out like she does. She was meowing to come out, so he let her out, and she walked right over there, turned around, and wandered back in the house, which that's very, very rare. And they've been acting really weird since last Saturday. Like really weird. Like they're sleeping in places that they don't usually sleep, acting funny. And we went away Saturday, and when we came home, I found that the front door hadn't been locked. So whatever that means. It wasn't open, but we forgot to lock it. Everything else was locked. So, but ever since that day, they've been acting funny. Oh, and the other day too, was that yesterday? That the plant was knocked over? Yeah. That was yesterday, wasn't it? There was no wind or nothing, and that plant back there that had the handprint on it was knocked over. You can see the dirt on the floor right there from it falling. So, been some weird stuff going on.
Yes.
You did?
That's from my oscillating saw. I don't remember putting it there, but it is mine.
Well,
Well, what?
why is it there?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember putting it there, but it's mine.
What's it from?
My oscillating saw. That.
That? Could it have been messed with and put back?
I suppose it's possible.
Where do you keep it?
Would have been in my bucket. Would have been where I could carry it around.
Yeah, but remember when we cleaned?
Yeah?
There wasn't anything in your bucket, was there?
Yeah, there was still some stuff left in the bucket.
Really? So you don't remember putting it there?
No.
I don't remember seeing it either, so why would you have gotten it out?
I wouldn't have, but how else would it have gotten there?
Bigfoot's. Like, the garage has been open a lot lately.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's possible.
Okay.
I mean, it's not...
I shut the camera off before he just said that he said it's not something that he uses. In fact, he said, I don't think I've ever used it. So, I don't know if they did that or not. I do know it's something that I've never seen. Or, I don't remember seeing it laying here. So, I don't know if they got in there and were messing around and moved it, or took it and brought it back. So anyways, been talking to Jim, and he said that he's never used that, so he would not have gotten it out. They had to have had it, and we've had the doors open a lot lately, airing the garage out. I like to get the hot air out and stuff, so they've had the opportunity for sure. And that would explain too why there hasn't been much going on out here, which I've been feeling neglected. So maybe they're messing around in the garage and I just don't really notice it that much, because I'm not, I mean, I'm the one that noticed this, you know, because I look around more. And, you know, it is shiny and it's a pretty cool looking thing. Looks like something they'd be interested in. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any fingerprints on it, but who knows? He said it was in one of these buckets here. It's Friday, June 26th, 4:20 p.m. Okay, I was just laying down for a little bit, and I was so excited because I came out and I was just casually looking around, and I looked in this bowl. I was just standing here looking, and I'm like, oh, there's a gift in here, and it's so cool because Jim said he thinks it's a golf tee, which it probably is. I haven't picked it up. But it's shaped like these pegs. That is so completely awesome. And before I went inside, a little bit ago I came out here and I just thought I'm going to change some things up a little bit, and I put an extra one of those in here, and I put extra marbles around on there. So, yeah. I can't remember if I took a picture of it. I'm going to take a picture and then maybe talk more about it. Okay, let's take a look at it. I would say that probably is a golf tee, which is totally awesome. And it fits in there. Well, you know, they put it in here because they do that similar, showing that they see similarities in things. So to them, those probably look very, very close to being the same thing. I mean, check it out. That is awesome. Oh gosh. You know, and I've been all feeling, it's just been so long since they left me a gift. They brought that tool thing back and put it in the garage. But I don't think they've given me a gift since the pink sheep that's winking. Let me look it up. Okay, this was on May 20th. So I do believe that was the last gift, and it's been over a month. So I'm so happy. Saturday, June 27th, 8 to 5 a.m. Okay, last night I moved that planter again. Hold on, I'll get the picture. Okay, that's where I put it. Over here. And that was at 10:43 a.m. Okay, so it was there most of the day yesterday. And so I come out here and it's moved again. Back over here. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to just let the Bigfoots decorate my back porch. Because apparently that's where they want it. Because that is the second time now. So, that's funny. Alright, so nothing else. So they came up, gave me a gift, and then during the night, moved that. Interesting. It's now 5:15 p.m. Okay, I just got up from a nap, and earlier I decided to do an experiment because we moved these chairs to the back porch, remember? They were on the front porch, and we had the Bigfoots would straighten them, and mostly mine. They would straighten mine most of the time, so I angled them just to see what would happen. That was at, shoot, that was at 12:55. Okay, so since I went in, well, it started raining and stuff, so I'm not sure when this happened, but sure didn't take them long, because my chair is straightened. Unbelievable. Okay, I put a black one in the middle here, and I don't see it anywhere, so I don't know if they took it or what. I don't know. The other day, I can't remember what happened, but they kind of all got over to the one side, and I put them back, and I can't remember if I put the black one back or not. But we can't find it. We looked. I don't see it anywhere. So now there's a black marble, a blue, and a yellow missing. At 20 to 12 last night, I came out, which yesterday was the 30th of June. I came out to check things before I went to bed, And I was very surprised to see that something had dug up my lily of the valley that I just potted in there. Looks like that could be a raccoon paw. Things in there, so it could be a raccoon. There's some dirt up here. And that's the only place that there's the dirt, down there. The other thing is I had put this stuffed monkey up here on the chair last night for something different, and it's knocked off. There's dirt on it. So I don't know what did it for sure. So, maybe time will tell. I don't know. We'll see. It's Friday, July 3rd, 10:25 a.m. And Jim just came out here in the garage to mess with the tractor and noticed this golf ball put back here in this little nook behind that outlet. See, there's the door that goes to the front, the garbage can, and there's the back. So we don't remember putting it there, either one of us. So if the Bigfoots did that, why in the world did they put it there? Weird. Also, we've had the garage door open a lot lately to let the air come through, so they would have the opportunity to get in here and do it. One more thing, they did just give me a golf tee. And it's a golf ball. Now I have, my boys years ago hit golf balls down in there, and I have seen golf balls down in there, but I think they were white. This one's yellow and it doesn't look very dirty. Wow, that is a nice golf ball. Okay, I think I'll tell them thanks in case they did give it to me. Okay, if you look real close, right up here, that yellow thing, that's, whoops, that's Jim's keys for the tractor to mow the yard. And he just mowed the yard Monday, and this is Friday. So if that ball was there on Monday, he would have seen it, because he's the one that just saw it now, when he went out to mess with the tractor, so it wasn't there Monday. And it's so new. I wonder why they put it there. That is so strange. Okay, last night I had the recorder right here, so I was waiting to see if I could hear anything, but this is tipped over, and these are this one's messed up a little bit, and there's two red ones over the railing on the ground right there.